Take a look at this Daytrip Raspberry Rush Yerba Mate. 16 fluid ounce, 473 milliliters. And then we can see it has adaptogenic mushrooms, 200 milligrams caffeine, L-theanine, non-carbonated. So I'm supposed to shake this a little bit. Serve chilled, non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, 50 calories, 15 milligrams of sodium, 9 grams total sugars. And the ingredients: water, organic cane sugar, organic lemon juice, organic yerba mate, organic natural flavors, organic cordyceps extract, organic lion's mane extract, organic reishi extract. Again, those are probably all 3 different mushrooms. And then organic green tea, 98% L-theanine. I'm just guessing. They sound like they're probably mushrooms. Look it up and see if you're curious. And then it's made in Fairfield, California from Worldwide Ingredients. Some product of the USA, technically. And here's a bunch of marketing info. Energy elevated. I'm not going to bother reading that. Okay, it does talk about the mushrooms there. 3,000 milligrams of adaptogenic mushrooms. Okay, yeah. So the cordyceps, lion's mane, and reishi. Let me look at the It's reishi. Reishi. So, whoops, where was that? There we go. So it's 3 different mushrooms. Also has L-theanine and 200 milligrams caffeine. And the topper, cool black color with a black tab on there. There's a raspberry smell to it. I forgot to shake it. I moved it around quite a bit. Well, gonna assume it's all right. So there it is. Looks like I prefer naturally colored things, and I'd say this is very natural color. It's kind of a brown. That's mostly from the yerba mate. But yeah. That's what it looks like. All right. Let's do another smell test. Yeah, nice yerba mate smell. If you ever had yerba mate, it's kind of more of a citrusy, soury type tea, if you want to call it tea. Again, tea is generally refers to the actual tea plant, but there's herbal tea and there's yerba mate tea, which are different plants. But, they can still use the name tea, I guess, because it's so general now. Or whatever. I don't know. I'm just talking. Anyways, that's what it looks like. It smells pretty nice. Yeah. Again, this is the Daytrip Raspberry Rush. You're right, with a bunch of mushrooms in it. Yeah, it does taste different than other yerba mates I've had. It's slightly sweet, which is nice. It's just cane sugar, 50 calories for 16 ounce. It's not bad. 200 milligrams caffeine. So with the yerba mate itself, got a slight bitterness to it. The little bit of sweetness is nice. Not crazy sweet. There's a bit of let's see. Yeah, there's some fruit flavor, that raspberry type flavoring. I don't think there's any juice in here. Was there juice? Okay, there is. There's organic lemon juice, but there is not raspberry. So we're getting a little bit of the lemon in here. I don't see raspberry. So the raspberry is just a flavoring, but it is noticeable. So with Yerba Mate itself, it's a little bit sour, kind of tangy, has some bitterness as well. Mix that together in sort of a tea like flavor, but to me, this doesn't taste like regular tea. It's more on that fruity type of side of things. So I don't know if I notice any of the mushrooms or anything. I don't know if they have a flavor really, but there's a lot in here. And then there's also the L-theanine, the caffeine. Yeah. I think flavor wise to me, it's pretty nice, but it's going to be very personal preference type thing. If you're not familiar with Yerba Mate, you'll probably, you'll like it or you won't like it type of thing. So the what stands out to me is kind of the tanginess of the tea itself. And then there's a bit of bitterness as well. And of course, the what is it, 9 grams? Yeah, 9 grams of added sugars, I think is kind of a perfect amount of sweetness. It's just, it's there and it helps, but it doesn't overshadow actual tea flavors, the yerba mate flavor. And I feel like it's a nice addition, but it doesn't damage the flavoring and take over the flavoring. So I do have two other flavors that I don't have. There's a mango one and a mint one. Sadly, where I got this, there was no mint. That probably would have been the one I would have preferred to try. But so far, I like the flavoring. It's an interesting mix if you want a little bit of fruit flavor in addition to the yerba mate. And then, of course, all of the additive stuff like the adaptogenic mushrooms and 200 milligrams caffeine, which is quite a bit. Yeah, I think this could be an interesting one to try out. I like it. So that was the Day Trip Raspberry Rush Yerba Mate.